Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Hello, I'm the Forex Super Model Senior Trader, and this is the data cycle review for Monday the 24th to Friday the 28th of the 5th, 2021. Basically, it's our version of the economic calendar. We've modelled the Tier 1 and Tier 2 data and condensed it down into basically a discrete number. Right, so if we look at what we've got, T1, T2, Tier 1, Tier 2, we've got the whole of April, we've got the whole of May minus Monday the 31st, which is the Monday outstanding. So basically it's more or less complete. And we'll start off with China and then move on to the dollar. So and then we'll start these as we write them up to save time. Right, so China then, Tier 1, April +7, May -3, Tier 2 -2 +4, and also we'll tie this together for analysis at the end, so we'll just rattle through them. So Tier 1 then +7 -3, Tier 2 -2 +4, the dollar, Tier 1 +10 -5, Tier 2 +3 +39. Right, stop it then, write the next two up. Right, we're off again then. German data for Germany, EUR for the block of the 27 nations. Right, Germany then, Tier 1 -1 +1, Tier 2 -5 +4. EUR then, Tier 1 +3 -1, Tier 2 +9 +1. Right, so stop it there and move on to the next two. Right, welcome back. Yen, JPY, Pound, GBP. Yen then, Tier 1 +2 -1, Tier 2 +16 0. GBP, Tier 1 +5 +5, Tier 2 +21 +31. So really the pound is the standout, really. Incredibly strong and consistently strong data cycle at the moment. Right, stop it there, next two. Right, we're off again then. CAD, Canadian dollar, AUD, Australian dollar. CAD then, Tier 1 +4 +3, Tier 2 +8 +5, AUD -2 -3, Tier 1, Tier 2 +10 +1. Right, last two coming up. Right, we're back again for the last two. NZD, New Zealand dollar, CHF, Swiss franc, CHF. Right, NZD then, Tier 1 +1 +3, Tier 2 -5 -2. So bearing in mind that the New Zealand dollar has been the flavour of the month, we've got quite soft Tier 2 data there anyway. Swiss franc then, Tier 1 0 0, neutral, Tier 2 +8 +6, pretty strong Tier 2. Well, we'll stop that there and then we'll do the summary and the analysis. Don't go away. Right, welcome back. Let's do the analysis then. Just to remind you what's been happening in the flows this week. So we've had the yen being the unopposed negative driver at -380. So yen weakness posing positive flows going mainly into the pound at +210, into the euro at +122, and the dollar was the positive rock at +48. So we've had significant yen weakness during the week, pound strength, euro strength, and a little bit of dollar strength. So that's what's been happening there. Right, so let's make some sense of the chart. So China, basically, China's sort of soft on the Tier 1 and reasonable on the Tier 2. So it's pretty neutral, China's data cycle at the moment. The dollar, soft Tier 1 -5, very strong Tier 2. So it's sort of it's mixed. Sort of small negative, well, negative to up. Basically, it's quite confused and mixed, the dollar cycle. So that's interesting. The German data cycle is just starting to bounce. So it's slightly positive, and the euro data cycle is -1 +1, so it's pretty neutral. So there may be a lag there between the German, the so-called engine of Europe. Right, the yen. The yen has been strong in April and is now pretty neutral. So I'd say it's neutral at the moment. The yen. The pound is roaring away. Good, strong, positive data cycle there. The CAD is a strong on the up data cycle as well. The AUD is -3 on the tier 1, a little bit soft, +1 on the tier 2. So it's sort of neutral to slightly soft. The AUD. The NZD +3 on the tier 1, -2 on the tier 2, and -5 previously in April on the tier 2. So it's sort of mixed, rather like the dollar. So it's sort of neutral to soft, arguably. And the Swiss franc is neutral to positive. Right, so that's where we are. If we look at basically, we've got NFP week coming up next week. We've got Royal Bank of Australia, not Royal, Reserve Bank of Australia. Rates decision on Tuesday the 1st of June. And we've got the AUD trade balance on the Thursday the 3rd. So the AUD, now next week it's likely, given this sort of scenario, given the negativity in the sentiment in the AUD, and looking at the positioning of the AUD, they might well have another go at the lows on the AUD. So we've gone down to minimum position sizes on the AUD against the dollar and the New Zealand dollar. So we're short the dollar against the euro, the pound and the AUD, and we're short the NZD against the euro, the pound, the CAD and the AUD. Right, so the AUD is definitely in play early next week. We're going to stick with our minimum positions, and we're going to looking to once it's had a good pasting, which it probably will, we're looking to really ramp up on the up, because the AUD is very stretched and positioned accordingly. It's been a right pain in the neck to trade for us because we've been long it, and it's been against the dollar and the NZD. Anyway, we're currently approximately plus 2,200 points profit from a peak of 6.5k, so 6.5k, 6,500, so about a third, and we went down to break even more or less at the peak of it, or the floor of it, whatever you want to view it. So we've come back about a third. As I say, next week we think the AUD is probably going to be, the Muppets will want to sell that, and it'll be a good opportunity for us to reload for the long haul on the up on the AUD. So I hope you found that useful. If you want more detail on the flows, look at the sister video for the same period. If not, see you Monday for the daily briefing. Thank you very much.